fire, and they all are okay with the apostrophe. So it's
yeah, it seems absurd that nobody brought that up.
Yes, indeed. It was pretty good though, I gotta say.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. What did you get on your pizza?
What did I get? I got chorizo, spicy chorizo, spicy tomato base. I got spinach on top of it.
Very nice.
And basil sauce.
Ah, very nice.
Pesto basil, yeah.
Basil pesto, nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
Solid stuff here as these guys getting into game. Very standard starts here. No proxy hatchery shenanigans, at least yet, here for Scarlett.
Oh no, yeah, that window's gone.
No, absolutely.
So
not gonna happen.
We'll see. Expecting a gas pool, most likely from Scarlett here. And there we go.
Yeah.
And from Puck, we're likely going to see a Nexus to follow up this gateway first, as there is no drone to do any shenanigans, as you mentioned. The second probe must be scouting or proxying. Nope, it was just there to make sure that there wasn't a drone that was going to deny the Nexus or delay it.
Yeah, very nice moves here from Puck as that Cybercore once again dropping it before the Nexus, so clearly prefers to have that.
Yeah, one after the other actually, so maybe a little bit of a mistake by Puck. If he was going to drop the Cybercore, he could have done so considerably earlier.
Yeah.
So I am not sure what made him decide to go for this order of events. The probe will be crossing the map.
Yeah. Third hatchery coming down for Scarlett, nice and early here, just before that 2-minute mark. So gonna have very early access to all the larvae you could wish for as a Zerg here in the early game. Very comfortable start for Sasha down here in the bottom right side as this probe of Puck just gonna be sticking around, you know, wants to see when and how many those first Zerglings are leaving, as is Stargate gonna be the call for him once again back in that main base.
Yep. And I don't know what we'll see from it. I mean, we could see a Phoenix Oracle or Oracle.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a tell for Scarlett already in terms of being able to see that there is tech being thrown down, that Warp Gate research not getting started. Even still, pretty significant tell here. That's what Overlord does spot that. Just now getting started up about that 245 mark.
That is very true indeed. So we're gonna see the first adept moving out. There's not much that it's probably not gonna be able to find much. The first couple of adepts actually, but he will sync them up and see if he can arrive at the same time. If he can land next to a drone and there's not enough Zerglings in position, which there will be, he could do a little bit of damage. Scarlett's gonna have up to 8 Zerglings, I believe, total. Yep, there's 8 already out with 2 more in production, so Puck has to be extremely careful here as he shades into the natural. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. I love that.
Nice.
So he sees 4 of the links going in. Okay, gets a drone.
Yeah.
Now recalls. I mean,
it was okay. I wish he hadn't had to recall there.
yeah, the recall, and you might think, oh, but he saved everything. He got a drone for free. Yeah, but the recall costs energy, so he's gonna be foregoing Chrono Boost for potential tech, for potential even more probes faster, right? So it's an even-ish trade, if that.
Is it though?
Yeah, I'm not
I feel like
sure.
it's a little worse for Puck here, you know?
Maybe so, marginally so.
Yeah, like it's not, you know, not gonna decide this game by any means.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the health taken off of the adept, so accounting for that.
Oracle, that's an exposed mineral line right there, and he finds it. The Bloodhound Oracle looking for the kills, gets 2. Allfather, give me sight!
A lot better there.
Yeah, not gonna get too
much. Not gonna lie, yeah. And this was a great position for Puck to go in, right? He goes in the most inconspicuous place. If you are a Zerg player, which Scarlett is, you usually want to make the spores on the outer bases, maybe the main, and then usually you have 2 queens in the main in the base that doesn't have the spores. But Puck actually finds the one base that only has 1 queen, so being able to only take 3 drones, I think that was poor micro. Very uncharacteristic of him, but you know, doesn't quite manage to stutter step. I think he could have gotten 5 or 6
I completely agree.
drones even.
On bright side, does keep it alive, as we've been saying throughout the weekend. It's so important to keep these Oracles alive, bringing so much utility to the Protoss Force, stasis traps, revelations. You know, for the time being, going to be mostly revelation bots as they do donuts outside the third base. We're looking to keep an eye on things on the other side of the map. So that Phoenix is headed across as well. looking to get some information, sees the layer getting started up, should see this Roach Horn as well, not to mention the gas count, all 4 getting taken for Scarlett.
Yes, indeed. There is the lair finishing as well, so we'll see what her choice is with this. Most likely gonna be adding roach speed for sure, but we'll see if she decides to do something else on top of that.
12 roaches in that production tab as the Warp Prism going to be the first unit out from that robotics facility back at home, or excuse me, just next unit out. Mortal already out and ready here. As Evolution Chamber coming down on the backside of this for Scarlett as well, going to allow for that most likely +1 missile here, right?
Yes, indeed, and a Forge to match on the side of Puck. So we are gearing up where both players are not looking to completely all in or end the game in the shortest vicinity of time. Upgrades are consistent with a later game plan, not a late game plan.
There is going to be some considerable pressure available for Puck to be putting on Scarlett here as that Warp Prism is done. You know, the sentries, as we've seen, can be so lethal. As he is making his way through, not a lot of meat with this army. 6 Stalkers get worked in, not sure exactly where. Oh, outside the natural base, so we'll be catching up here.
Yeah.
With that attack, Stalkers kind of the warp in of choice for dealing with these roaches. Obviously struggle against the heavier Zergling counts that we could be seeing from Scarlett here is 8 Ravagers getting added on, going to be so crucial in taking down those force fields and denying zones of control from Puck as he pushes towards this ramp.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think Scarlett does spot Puck dropping those though, so she's gonna be pretty careful, and I think she will be able to.
Recalling.
Pretty sketch recall. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, really an unfortunate series of events from Puck here. And this is what I mean, like Puck is a brilliant player and very intuitive, but sometimes, you know, your feels say something and your head should not agree, because this is just like why recall? Just walk back if there's no threat whatsoever. So
yeah, there was
some creep, drops those
another
things.
Attack. Yeah.
What do you gain from dropping the what do you call them?
The stasis traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing, right? Nothing at all?
No, yeah.
Unless you're gonna use them to engage there.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that Force of Scarlet was overwhelming. You know, he definitely could have taken that fight, traded out with that a bit.
Yeah.
Now the Nidus Worm coming up on the top side as the Roaches are pressuring the center of the map. Zergling's ready with this as well. The Oracles will find this. See what's going to get unloaded here. Oh, the Queens and the Swarm Host.
Yeah, very good by Scarlett to bring the Queens. Very good presence of mind of the potential of the Oracles. And they were loaded first even, so she was planning for this even before it happened. There's not that many Locusts at all though, so Scarlett won't be able to accomplish much. But Puck might be caught off position for this, so let's see. Yeah,
the main army down here by the third base. Another Nidus Worm coming up with this Roach Ravager force, going to allow this army to be so mobile, and not to mention the Locusts and the Queens can be able to move back and forth and help this army out.
Oh, very good force
there, cutting off the Roaches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Gotta cut off the Nidus as well, because otherwise she's just going to load into it and get away.
Very nice.
So yeah, that I think he saw the Nidus as a structure that was unpathable or something, but you know, like Scarlett is Scarlett. Maybe a few Stark players wouldn't notice that you can do that, but of course Scarlett was gonna, and you know, you had 6 Roaches.
Oh my goodness! Zergling sitting right on top of this. The force field's way too late, and here come the Vials now directly into the center of this. The first Mortal goes down, 2 more left on the right-hand side. Here come the Stalkers from the top. Gonna be doing a lot of damage to those Ravagers, and very nicely cleaned up here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
To your point, the sentries kind of just moved onto the army of Scarlett, and neither player really noticing for a quick second there. So Scarlett probably thinks, wow, you just let me walk into the middle of your army, and then Puck, with very good reactive force fields from the situation he was in, ends up sectioning the army off, and with the Ravagers exposed, those are not very tanky, so they fall pretty fast, and they are very, very expensive units. So Puck taking a pretty good fight, and Nidus will also be cleared out, so that is something else, and the Observers here, so that creep tumor will not last either.
Yeah, another Nidus Worm going to try and come up here in the main base. Certainly doomed to fail. Storm coming up for Puck rapidly, as he does already have 4 High Templar building up that energy. More Locusts coming in now at this third base.
This is perhaps the scariest Locust wave so far, as it will do some economical damage, potentially start working on some of these pylons.
Okay.
F.
All right. Well,
yeah,
you know, they're just going to moonwalk out of there.
And with this Locust, she actually could have probably killed the Nexus if she had focus fired all of it.
Yeah,
hey, pay attention!
Yeah,
so there's a lot of Storm Hosts there that could have been killed too.
Yeah, if she had synced up those waves, definitely could have gotten that Nexus at the very least. Lost a couple of queens on the back end of that as well. Oh,
even without syncing them, if she just had clicked on the Nexus the entire time, knowing that there was a second wave coming, that would have been enough.
Absolutely. Oracle's coming up here, not having enough energy to deal with this. That's been unfortunate for Puck, as Scarlett will be able to unload here. Just a ragtag group of Zerglings here, but now here come the Swarm hosts. This is the meat and potatoes of this army. Storm going down. Oh my!
Not too bad for Puck at all. I mean, that's a lot of damage output onto those Swarm hosts. However,
oh, the Roaches on the other side. These High Templar in so much trouble.
Those High Templar need to morph right now.
Oh man.
The army of Scarlett will be cleared out, though, for the most part. At least the Roach Ravager portion of it.
Yeah, and that is very nice for Puck, dealing, you know, some very nice trades there. Important for Scarlett, keeping those Swarm hosts alive.
Well, he does use all the energy, right? He does use all the energy on his Templars. So this next potential wave is very scary. Oh, this is huge!
Oh my goodness, they're all trapped here. Another Night Swarm coming up, trying to rescue these Swarm hosts. Puck rushing to capitalize here. These Swarm hosts in so much trouble. Great cleanup.
This is fantastic by Puck, just identifying that the Swarm hosts are out of position yet again. And goes for the blink. He wasn't able to capitalize on it. I would have loved a forward blink.
Would have been great there.
Yeah, that would have been great indeed. But I mean, he's playing it safe. Maybe he feels like he's at an advantage given the trades that have been going on, and maybe doesn't want to risk blinking into a reinforcing army of Zerglings or something like that that would have been coming to protect the Swarm host. But there was no such thing.
And hey, welcome everybody coming from the Warcraft stream. Thanks for the raid, guys. Welcome.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, Warcrafters. Hope you've been having a wonderful day. So, yeah, these Zealots are gonna go and try to find something on the bottom of the map. There's not gonna be much to on there.
Yeah, that Night Swarm coming up just a little bit too late there for the Zealots to spot it. Heading back down there now, though, as the Swarm hosts once again get unloaded and will be able to force a cancel on this base, almost certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the Locusts got committed there onto the Zealots.
Yeah,
very nice.
Scarlett not clicking fast enough. You wanna box those Locusts and make sure that they move elsewhere. So good stopping there that wave there by Puck. And now there's no Locust available. So I would love for Puck to push as fast as possible before that next wave comes online. But he's not able to capitalize thus far. Let's see. He is pushing forward.
Okay, Storm's trying to come through here. The ebb and flow of these engagements, like you said, rallying around revolving around those waves of locusts as the Swarm hosts.
The song is called Even Flow, right? Not Ebb and Flow. Is it Ebb and Flow? The Ebb and Flow is the actual pronunciation, though, right?
Ebb and Flow is like the ebb and flow of like the ocean and like the waves. I don't know if there's a song.
Well, what's the Even Flow? No? Pearl Jam?
No. I mean, I've heard it, but I don't know. I've heard it, but I don't know.
Back in my day, the Pearl Jam made a song.
Big fight here as the Stalker's pushing forward. Looking to get on top of these Ravagers. A big forward blink there as the Storms locking these Ravagers into the corner, but the Locust on the backside. Great force fields here as Puck continues to run up. The health bar on that hatchery getting very low as well, but the Locust starting to get some good damage onto those Immortals. The last one will go down, and now the Bile's going to be available here to take down more of these Stalkers. Doing great blink, Michael, here so far, but 74 to 105. That army supply a little bit deceitful as these Ravagers so dense.
Oh, they are very expensive though. Nice blink forward. I was going to say the links were the great buffer there for Scarlett. As soon as those are gone, the Ravagers are really going to struggle trading efficiently against this army. And I love that he added some Archons, because Scarlett has to add Zerglings in order to clear this Stalkers. Now, another wave of Locusts is popped, and this is mostly just to protect this base for the time being. I think Puck has to retreat, wait that out. Good kiting onto the links. That's going to help them clear out those.
Great target fire with the Oracle as
well. Yeah, now that it's gone, the wave of Locust, he needs to go back in and finish that base.
Yeah,
right now.
Immediately.
Do it.
Yeah, it needs to immediately go back in here. No reason to wait around. He is getting it a bit, drawn back by that Nidus Worm. Good moves here by Scarlett, recognizing that Puck is going to try and take advantage of this, that he wants to be pushing while those Locusts are unavailable. 5 Corruptors getting added on the backside of things as well, as that +2 melee ticks ever closer, but that will get denied. Puck pushing forward, smelling blood in the water, as he looks perhaps a little bit too far forward into the future.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the base to take, right? There's a very red base that he has been working on. You know, that if you hit a couple times, you kill that one.
Yep.
So I think that's where he needed to go. That's also the more exposed base, the base that has the easier way out, because it's, you know, at the edge of Scarlett's territory. So that's what he should have taken. The Locusts still being annoying as they can be.
Yeah, coming in here to this next base. Good response by Puck. keeping things alive here, and we'll finish cleaning that up. Clear out this Nidus Worm as well. First Broodlord of the game starting to come in here. Or excuse me, third Broodlord of the game coming in here for Scarlett as she works to get that count up. A bit low on the mineral side of things here, as that worker count still below 50 for Scarlett, so not quite the gluttonous Zerg we've been seeing so far this weekend. Much more limited economy.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to see the Oracles here spotting this Nidus. They're going to take it down as well, so they're a very good job with these Oracles through and through. They've been kept alive for a while now, even though the first couple of Oracles died. The next bunch have repaid their weight.
Yes,
gold.
Indeed, getting themselves that value and bringing Puck the utility he's needed. Look at that resources lost, about a 3k lead for our blue Protoss player, and about double the unit, about half the units lost. So Scarlett losing a lot of those smaller units like the Zerglings, as another Nidus Worm coming up. Been doing such a great job of being active with this and in maintaining the pressure with these swarm hosts.
Yeah, to clarify, the lead is on Scarlett's end in terms of efficiency. However, the problem here for Puck is not so much efficiency. I mean, that's whatever at this point. It's a pretty close game. The map is not going to get mined out anytime soon. But Scarlett already has a very strong...
Oh, these Broodlords!
Oh, they're kind of exposed.
Yeah, there just a bit.
Yeah. That second Broodlord could have fallen pretty easily. There's a lot of storm here.
Nice grab by those Locusts.
Another very aggressive blink.
Yeah, blinking forward here is taking down 2 of those Broodlords as he continues to kite back towards that right-hand side. That red health base finally going to start to get pressured here. Ooh, yeah, High Templar very exposed.
But good storms. Okay, this might be an opportunity for Puck as he pushes forward.
He's doing a big blink forward there, right underneath the Broodlord.
Be careful with those biles.
Oh, beautiful stuff so far. That one Broodlord, all that remains of that previous 5. Good target fire by the Stalkers. Still, great pile on those High Templar on the top-hand side. Only 3 left. Oh, and another one gets targeted down as well, only getting 1 of its storms off. Beautiful target fire by Scarlett here, but has lost 20 drones on the backside of this.
Yeah, also that base falling from Scarlett, and Puck now with a supply lead. He is doing a fantastic job, very good job at capitalizing and identifying where he could blink in. And much of that is by virtue of Scarlett having a lot of her army off to the left-hand side, right? That army that was looking for a flank to trap Puck's army. Puck identifies that the complete army of Scarlett's not there, blinks forward, picks off a couple of Broodlords. Could have been a little bit cleaner here and there, but for the most part does the job. And now he's in a pretty good position. These swarm hosts represent no threat whatsoever.
Yeah, this is a very nice spot for Puck as he pushes forward. Nice blink avoiding the bile here as these roaches trying to make a final stand for Scarlett here, trying to keep her in this game and in this series. Puck with the win.